activists who changed our nation. Their stories shaped America. This February, KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates Black History Month with powerful conversations, untold stories, and voices that need to be heard. Join us all month long for special programming that honors the past while inspiring our future. Black History Month on KBLA Talk 1580. Our history, our voices, our time.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
What you are is the truth. Now, that truth is denied when you follow somebody, follow a guru, follow a priest. Therefore, one has to be free from this spiritual authority. Authority destroys not only truth, but your understanding of truth. So, don't follow anybody with regard to your understanding what truth is.
No, we got to play that one more time. Because, man, you may not agree with it. You may think, oh, man, this old obscure Eastern guru, that ain't for me. I need you to open up your ears and your spirit and hear. He said, you are the truth. That was the first thing out of his mouth. Okay, play it one more time.
What you are is the truth. Now, that truth is denied when you follow somebody, follow a guru, follow a priest. Therefore, one has to be free from this spiritual authority. Authority destroys not only truth, but your understanding of truth. So, don't follow anybody with regard to your understanding what truth is. Don't follow what the speaker is saying either. But what the speaker is saying is merely to observe yourself, to understand yourself as you are. Therefore, what is to be understood.
Pause it. We're gonna play it one more time. I'm sorry. Listen. If you out here copying what Zoe is saying, you not speaking your truth. Zoe had to go to hell to find this understanding. Zoe had to fail. Zoe was born in a horrible situation. Zoe had to grow up through some terrible things. Do you understand? In order to arrive at it, Zoe had to look in himself. Do you understand? We live in a society that says, you know what, I'll go to YouTube and see somebody that's clever, that's charismatic, and then I'll regurgitate what they're saying. You're not the truth until you cultivate it within yourself. Now, apply that to SLDD, self-love deficient. You can't be the truth until you go back to the source of what made you feel less than. What made you cultivate a worthiness wound? Let me tell you something, a great therapist, and I particularly enjoy Black women therapists, because Black women therapists are going to integrate some kind of spirituality in their practice. They're not just going to be all clinical. They're going to integrate some kind of spirituality. And a good therapist is, at their best, can be a great looking glass for you to see yourself. Do you understand? You're the problem and the solution. A good therapist can walk you through the situation and say, you know what, you negative self-talk. You got to stop beating yourself up. You got to stop being so critical of yourself. And they can offer it in a way where, because you know how it is. When you're in a relationship and you're insecure and you're wounded, that's a high stakes relationship because you're walking on spiritual eggshells because you don't want to reveal the truth of who you are, and you're being manipulative. They're probably being manipulative too and walking on eggshells, and there's this power struggle. But in order to transcend that, you're going to have to go inward and undo some of the crap that you have identified with as being who you are. That's why you got to be careful of your testimony. Sometimes your testimony is used against you in the court of spirituality. Do you know where I came from? I'm not even supposed to be here. Yes, condemn his ass. Do you understand? Sometimes your very testimony can be used against you. Do you see? You are the problem and the solution. In an era of relentless information flow and rapid change, many souls wrestle with a paradox that disrupts both the self and its connections. The notion that one constructs one's own obstacles even as one possesses the capacity for their dissolution. One may ask, does the way one perceives oneself and others serve as the principal obstacle on one's path? Such a question challenges the conventional wisdom that external circumstances dictate our fate, and it invites a radical consideration. One may construct one's own limitations and, in the same stroke, cultivate the wellspring of solutions. In a society saturated with low-quality, repetitive content, a phenomenon sometimes dubbed as societal brain rot, individuals frequently assume the role of passive receivers rather than active creators of meaning. Don't copy me. I'm not 100% right. I'm not 100% accurate. I'm a work in progress. Don't parrot me. Parrot you. See it from this perspective. Where I am currently at my stage of development right now, I can only see just a little bit of the universe of me. Scientists here on Earth say the observable universe. That means we can't see all of it. Our technology isn't advanced enough to see all of it. We can see the observable universe. Well, apply that to self. There is an observable amount of self that can be seen. But there's far more that can't be observed at your current stage of development. Do you see? We're so used to people feeding us an answer for us. I have answers for me. This is why I say I'm not trying to be right. I've been saying it for 3 years now. Listen, I'm not trying to be right. I want to start the conversation. Let's converse together. Do you see? In a society saturated with low-quality, repetitive content, a phenomenon sometimes dubbed as societal brain rot, individuals frequently assume the role of passive receivers rather than active creators of meaning. This cognitive haze discourages genuine introspection. Instead, one might wonder what distinctions emerge between a solution-oriented thinker who embarks on deep inner work and a solution-oriented pretender who merely mimics the language of transformation without the labor of self-inquiry. Oh, God. Empirical evidence from attachment theory and the developmental psychology supports the view that early relational patterns sculpt one's internal narrative, while spiritual teachings remind us that liberation comes from dismantling these inherited scripts. You don't have no truth. You got a damn script. And Zoe is here to call you out on it. Do you understand? Now, keep it in context. Somebody says to you, Andy, I hope you had a wonderful day. But you're not healed. So even the I hope you had a wonderful day is rooted in pretense. It's not authentic. You don't give a damn about my day being good. You're just saying it. Do you understand what I'm saying? How's the kids? Everybody okay? Yes, everybody is fine. That's good to know. You know, yeah, I'll be praying for you. You broken. You not even being honest with yourself. You struggle with the idea that God is not listening to your prayers. But you gonna pray for me. God done gave you every damn tool you need to heal yourself. You refuse to do it, but you got the words down, right? Prayerfully, everything will work out for y'all. You're in my prayers. Get you and your contaminated, broken prayers the hell away from me. Is that wrong for me to say? Is it wrong for me to take that position? We got a caller on the line. Let me get my brother in here. John! Mountain View, Hawaii is in the building. What are your thoughts tonight, my friend?
The enemy has been beating the hell out of me lately. What the hell's going on over here, sir?
What you talking about? What you talking about, John? What did I do?
No, it's just like what you said earlier in the show. Yet at the same time, we hear what's going on, but we're not supposed to be paying attention to it? Or are we supposed to be using the jewels that at least trigger us to move in a certain direction?
Go ahead. I'm listening. Teach me, brother.
Well, again, if we have made the decisions to live this life, that means you've also made a decision on which direction you're going to go. Life is like a dance. In order to keep in step, you got to let the music play.
Come on now, I'm listening. Come on, Pastor.
For you to listen to the music, it too is going to guide you. And everything in the dance is not going to be perfect because you don't know who's playing the music.
Come on.
And it might not even be the music you even like hearing.
You don't know who the composer is. Keep going. I'm right with you.
But the evolution of things, if you're still just going along with what the beat is telling your foot to tap at, or even the motion that your arms need to sway in, it still is a guiding light that directs you and others. Because again, you don't have a good dance unless somebody else is enjoying it along with you.
Right. So you're talking about the mirror of relationship now. So it's not a dance unless you have a partner. I hear you.
That part. So again, I hear you. We're not supposed to hear everybody's words and take them to heart, because some things will guide you in the wrong direction. But yet at the same time,
come on.
If you was hearing the words period, there was a gem in there that was meant for you. And you will have to identify with yourself what that gem is.
What it means to you, right?
Exactly. For you to use that to make the next move.
I love it. I love it. I've been waiting for somebody to come in and give me something.
But the jewels and the gems are there. We see them on a regular basis. You see them in somebody's failure, and yet at the same time, let the drunk tell you don't drink, and all of a sudden you're looking at the person, and now you're ad hominem
attack
the situation.
Yeah. And the
you're
drunk is giving
the situation
right.
of the person instead of the thing that's supposed to be guiding you to the way you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be the drunk, but be drunk in something as simple as happiness or joy, because you know you love being there.
Right.
And nobody got to tell you how to celebrate. As a matter of fact, when somebody sees you celebrating, that's the first thing they do. Go ahead. Come on. But do that also in the place of standing in a grocery store where somebody is struggling to pay their own bills and decide to pay theirs because you got it. Not because of the reward you'll get from it, but I guarantee you that motion will affect at least 20 other people standing around that situation, including the rest of the people on the line.
I love that. Pastor John,
but
guess what No, go ahead. You finish, brother. I didn't mean that. Go ahead.
Be what you want to be in this life. It's your choice. That's it.
I love it.
You'll be guided along the way. Keep going.
Hey, Pastor John, guess what you just did?
Mountain View is in the house.
Come on, Mountain View is in the building. We appreciate that call, man. I love it. But you are the problem. And you're also the solution when we come forward. More from the VOR.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
They can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips, I am a revolutionary.
On Saturday, February 22nd, you are invited to A Night with the Panthers, a special fundraiser dedicated to supporting Black Panther veterans who now require assistance with essential needs such as medicine, food, and housing. These Black Panther veterans championed human rights, fed the hungry, educated the community, and stood as powerful symbols of resistance and resilience. Despite their incredible sacrifices, loving and serving the people did not come with retirement plans or financial security. So, now it's our time to honor their legacy and ensure that they are cared for with the dignity they deserve. You can help by attending and supporting A Night with the Panthers, Saturday, February 22nd, 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Project 43 Team Post Center, 6841 Crenshaw Boulevard, Los Angeles. For more information, contact Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. That's Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Individual results may vary. Consult a doctor prior to use.
If you've struggled to lose weight in the past, this important message is for you because you could lose as much as 50 pounds or more with Zelfie. Zelfie makes it easy and affordable to get weight loss treatment 100% online. Zelfie providers can prescribe FDA-approved GLP-1 weight loss medications clinically shown to help people lose weight like Wegovy, Zepbound, and others. Plus, help get the medication covered by insurance so it's starts as little as $0 a month.
The doctors are super helpful, and the meds have been a game changer. It's the first program I've had success with.
Before Zelty, I was unable to lose weight, even though I was eating healthy and exercising 6 days a week. Zelty helped me not only lose weight, but I feel so much better.
Text GOAL to 200-300 to get started today with Zelty and see if weight loss medications like Wegovy or Zepbound are right for you. Don't wait. Text now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text GOAL to 200-300. That's GOAL to 200-300. GOAL to 200-300.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project. Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do you do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. Another one of those. This is for my Q. Down to earth, joy and peace, baby. You know how we roll. There's so many that don't know. This goes out to my Q. Rest in peace, baby. You still here with me? What they don't know is the bull, the drama, the guns, the armor, the city, the farmer, the babies, the mama, the projects, the drugs, the children, the thugs, the tears, the hugs, the love, the slugs, the funerals, the wakes, the churches, the coffins, the heartbroken mothers. It happens too often. The problems, the things we use to solve them. Yonkers, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Harlem, the hurt, the pain, the dirt, the rain, the jerk, the fame, the work, the game, the friends, the foes, the bins, the studios, the shows, comes and it goes. The jealousy, the envy, the phony, the friendly, the one that gave him the slugs, the one that put him in me. The snakes, the grass, too long to see. The lawnmower sitting right next to the tree.
What you are is the truth. Now, that truth is denied when you follow somebody, follow a guru, follow a priest. Therefore, one has to be free from this spiritual authority. Authority destroys not only truth, but your understanding of truth. So, don't follow anybody with regard to your understanding what truth is. Don't follow what the speaker is saying either. But what the speaker is saying is merely to observe yourself, to understand yourself as you are. Therefore, what is to be understood and gone beyond. And that is the whole problem of existence. That is, to understand our relationship with each other, our intimate, our distant. And in the understanding of that relationship comes the reality of one's own existence.
Man. Again, you're not in a polygamous spiritual relationship with your guru, your pastor, your psychologist. You know, you're not in a spiritual polygamous relationship with God and y'all. It's you and God. That's your relationship. That relationship between you and God, you, self, and God, that is it. Do you understand? This is how you learn who you are and what you are. Krishnamurti said it this way. In oneself lies the whole world. And if you know how to look and learn, the door is there. And the key as well. Do you understand? We've been conditioned in this society to inquire elsewhere, to look outside, to find meaning. Do you know how rare it is for any one of us to actually exist? The numbers are astronomical. I heard Neil deGrasse talk about it. And he talked about just the astronomical numbers, the odds, right, of either any one of us existing, and we're here. There is something special. There is something meaningful. And as I've been outlining throughout this particular show, Western science is starting to lean into the more spiritual and metaphysical concepts about mindfulness, about self-reflection, where one begins to tap into the core truths of who they are. And like I said, so many people want somebody to give them an answer. Look at how I frame relationships. I say your partner is a question to an answer you have carried in your being for lifetimes. See, who you are as a being is an accumulation of lives. And when we say accumulation of lives, I'm talking about consciously, right? Where you are consciously right now. It has taken you a long time to get to this level of consciousness, right? You're still a work in progress. You may have to reincarnate a few more times to get a few more nuggets of understanding. But the reality of it is, you live in this time to discover the truth of what it means to love, the truth of what it means to share, to give, not only to others, but to self-compassion, self-empathy. So many people will allow those early childhood moments to anchor us in our understanding of ourselves, when in fact, they're not designed to anchor you in your identity. It is but a type of spiritual curriculum that must be studied and graduated from, matriculated from. Everything has a purpose and a reason. Even the hard, difficult things you went through in early childhood. You're supposed to find what we talked about, I think it was yesterday, when we talked about escape velocity. The gravity of trauma. The gravity of emotional neglect. The gravity of abuse. We're supposed to, and believe me, we have the power and the agency to do it. We're supposed to develop from within to build up that escape velocity from the gravity of trauma. When we come forward, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, will continue to cook. You can believe that.
The fight, the wrong, the right is gone. I don't know.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. President Trump is planning an executive order on D.C. crime and homelessness, pushing tougher gun crime penalties and clearing homeless camps. Black Mayor Muriel Bowser says she's unaware of details but has discussed crime prosecution with the administration. Wall Street is closing with stocks higher. Stocks went higher after President Trump ordered reciprocal tariffs on all trading partners. Trump also suggested that more tariffs are on the way, including ones on auto imports. Danielle Sassoon, the lead prosecutor in Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams' corruption case, has resigned instead of dropping charges. She did not mention the case in her resignation letter. And New York City leaders, including Brad Lander and Al Sharpton, are pushing back against President Trump's move to curb DEI efforts. Lander says companies like Walmart and Amazon are already rolling back diversity programs despite proof they boost performance. I'm Amber Payton on the Black Information Network, your home for Black News First.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
I have a dream today.
The road to freedom wasn't paved with just big moments. It was built day to day, step by step, voice by voice. This February, experience Black History Month through the stories that shape Los Angeles and beyond. KBLA Talk 1580, where Black history lives.
To the 100 million people who owe the IRS money, this message is for you. We've helped tens of thousands of people close the door on their tax debt. So if you feel like you're stuck in a hole with IRS tax debt, then this is the easiest way to get a resolution quickly. To qualify for a no-pay or low-pay resolution, visit taxclosure.org to get free from the IRS once and for all.
To keep your bank accounts, income, and assets secure, tax closure is your same-day cure.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at WalkGoodLA. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
With Target, checking off your Valentine's Day list has never been easier. First, surprise your favorite people with something extra thoughtful, like a soothing candle and a memorable scent, or a decorative picture frame to show off every moment. Both buy one, get one 50% off with Target Circle. And don't forget to treat yourself. Find the sweetest style for your special occasion with 20% off women's dresses now through Friday. This week, find Valentine's gifts for everyone you love, only at Target.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Time is up. The IRS is in full collection mode for 2024, issuing liens, levies, and garnishments to anyone who has a past tax debt or unfiled tax returns. Don't wait till it's too late. Your paycheck and bank accounts are at risk of being seized. Call now and stop the collection process today. If you're living check to check, no matter how much you're making, you still may qualify for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax debt. It's just a 5-minute call to get your options, and it's free. If you owe back taxes, have years of unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wager bank levy, or finally just want to sleep better, business or personal, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief while there's still time. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and tough. This veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. The call is free. Call their hotline number now, 800-652-1714. That's 800-652-1714. Find out if you qualify today. Call 800-652-1714 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk Radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's get it on. You don't give a what. We don't give a what. Get it on the floor. 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 You don't wanna party, then you gotta go. You don't wanna party, then you gotta go. And you can ride to this bounce to this freak to this Let's get it on. Get it on the floor. 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 Once again, it's the darker. Hit a sparker. Pick a partner. But the dog is bigger under stress. So unless you wanna get blessed to the chest, from the spit for west. Best of a bubble, put a hurt on it. Dump 6 motherfucker, beat the dirt on it. My hands stay dirty, cause I play dirty the mob way. You don't know? Find out the hard way. But the job is never done. I handle my business how it comes. And it's never been a one-on-one. There hasn't been a problem, I dissolve them like salt. Lock it up like a fall whenever record's caught. And it's my fault. Keep on point, ducking down. Like you need to get bust. I extort to support my peeps. And hold down the fort, never get caught if I creep. Come on, get it on the floor. 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 You don't wanna party, then you gotta go. You don't wanna party, then you gotta go. And you can ride to this
Absolutely. That's so spot on. We know we have this saying, we marry our unfinished business. We date our unfinished business too. So if you, let's say earlier in your life, you were around someone who, was neglectful, somebody who drank too much, somebody who lost their temper, somebody who wasn't honest, somebody who wasn't reliable. We think when we're dating as adults, like, I want the opposite of that. I want someone where I feel safe, secure, there's trust. But what happens is, unconsciously, again, if we haven't done the work, our unfinished business, we actually are unconscious as, oh, you look familiar. Come closer. So on the surface, they don't look like that person. But then when you get to know them, you're a month in, you're 3 months in, you're 6 months in, you think, wow, that person reminds me of someone. This person feels so familiar. And that's why I was drawn to this person. It turns out this person is very much like what I grew up with, is very much like the person who hurt me growing up. So if you do the work, you're able to see, oh, that person, I see why I'm drawn to them, but I'm not drawn to them in a healthy way. And then if you do even more work, you're not even drawn to those people anymore. Now you're drawn to healthy people, stable people, flexible people, emotionally generous people, people whose values align with yours. That's who you're drawn to. So you have to do the work.
Yeah. And I agree with what she's saying about doing the work, but where I disagree, it's not so linear, cut and dry. Do you understand? Like, oh, you're attracted to the person that hurt you. That's partially true. Oftentimes, we make a conscious effort to go in the opposite direction of what hurt us. And we're clear about what that looks and feels like. Here's where the rubber meets the road. We'll say we want different than our known, and we'll go after it. But upon getting it, it's foreign. It doesn't feel right. It takes adjustment. It takes time to be like, oh, this is what somebody loving me feels like. And if you have insecure attachment style, you may still rebuke that. You may push that away because it's not your norm. So you have to be careful in framing. So it's framed like, oh no, I want something better for myself. Listen, this is no overnight. Listen, healing. We're gonna pull back on the idea that healing is forever. Right? We're going to pull back on the idea that healing is forever. But healing is not overnight. It's not, you know what? Now that I see how I was raised and what I modeled, I'll just go for the opposite. I wish it was that simple. It's not. You literally have to reprogram yourself. And many people have been conditioned a certain way to behave a certain way for decades. This is why the ancients didn't consider you an adult until you were 40. Do you see? Like, you have to go in and undo some things. And that's not necessarily, you know, a 3-day weekend. That's not that. Right? When one encounters inner turmoil, one may ask, at what moment does one adopt the role of the problem rather than the solution? This inquiry forces a confrontation with self-imposed limitations. It suggests that the process of transformation arises not from seeking external peace, but from engaging in a relentless, honest exploration of one's own mental models, a process that draws on the insights of many people's work. I mean, we can go Krishnamurti, Daniel Commons, David R. Hawkins, Robert Anton Wilson, Piaget, Jean Piaget. We could go Carl Rogers. We can keep going, right? But when we look at Daniel Commons' work on cognitive biases and Jean Piaget's developmental observations, you get to see some things, right? Contemporary thinkers such as Rachel Hollis and Michael J. Tamura challenge conventional paradigms by asserting that the responsibility for change rests solely within. You are the problem and the solution. Stop looking for people to give you an answer to you. Only you can cultivate that. Everything outside of you is but a template. You are the real answer to your issues. I know you don't want to hear it put that way, but that's what it is. Right? Rachel Hollis and Michael J. Tamura, their message resonates with the provocative notion that the only obstacle one will ever face exists within one's own mind. And the only pathway forward must emerge from personal decision and action. In light of this, one might query, does one's quest for externally sourced solutions merely mask a deeper spiritual immaturity, a reluctance to emerge, or a reluctance to engage in the arduous work of introspection? One might further consider the implications of behaviorist insights from B.F. Skinner alongside of metaphysical teachings of non-dual masters such as Ramana Maharishi and Thich Nhat Hanh. Can the scientific process of trial and error and eventual adaptation coexist with the spiritual imperative to dissolve the boundaries between the self and the other? That's what you were here for. You were born to deconstruct what you modeled. I know it's a hard thing. You have to deconstruct it. When I come forward, I'm going back to the phone lines.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Can I touch this? Where does sand come from? Is this tree good for climbing? What happens if I mix these two things together? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Storing your guns securely is the best way to prevent family fire, including unintentional shootings. For more information on safe gun storage and ways to keep your family safe, visit endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org.
What do we keep in the attic? What's this thing called? Can I ride my bike backwards?
Like I said, kids are curious. It's up to us to keep them safe. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I thought y'all really wanted drama, I'd have been pulled out the armor. Word to my mama. Hit ya for something that you ain't never felt. Hit ya for frontin' you caught up in that hell. If I thought that half the shit that said was true, I'd be spitting lead at you, the danger crew. But if you know it, you don't listen to that. You don't argue with that. All you do is this. But listen to all this that's running their mouth, I wouldn't be in the crib, I'd be loading up to run in your house. But you can't with cowards, cause a coward to be a coward. You'll end up cowards, you'll end up cowards. If I let them around my way tell me how to feel about me, I guess I really wouldn't be deep. But I'm the best that ever did it, the best at it because I live it. Come in, eat it, you catch one it, come and get it. Tell me how you feeling now, I know you're illin' now. Tell me how you feeling now, I know you're illin' now.
Here we are in the new year, and many of you will be motivated to make some changes in your lives. This could be starting a new good habit or stopping an old bad habit. Though, as I've said before, you'll get more bang for your disciplined buck by stopping that bad habit than starting that good one. In any case, today I'm going to be speaking on where the battle for this behavioral change is so often won or lost and how best to emerge victorious. Now, in my personal and professional experience, a lot of the issues that people run into with respect to behavioral change take place in this 10-second window of time before they decide to do or not do something. The outcome of this 10-second battle often determines what people will do for the next hour or so. And what people do for the next hour or so can either solidify a behavior into a habit just a little bit more or undermine good progress made up until that point. Both virtues and vices are habits.
Wow. I love Orion Teraband Psych Hacks. Check him out on YouTube, right? Check him out. Orion Teraband. We got to call her online. I want to get him in here. JW from South Central Los Angeles. What are your thoughts? What say ye?
Hey, how you doing, though?
I'm alive and well, brother. How are you?
No, man, I'm pretty much the same, man. Blessing, how you favored in spite of myself, man.
Come
That's a good
on,
thing.
man. I love to hear
And,
that, man. What are your thoughts on
yes,
tonight's
sir.
topic?
Well, man, it's like this, man. Let me gather my thoughts because I was reading something that I wanted to bring to your attention. As it was something I read, that's like a book that refers to Christ speaking to you again in the verses, but it says, "As I smile when you think loving thoughts of me, my spirit, who lives within you, helps you to think my thoughts. As you thinking, as your thinking goes, so goes your entire being." And that's the key word. As you think, so goes your being. So as your subject matter was saying about, when you make this process, which takes time, and you got to reach within yourself and do that self, what's the term that you use that across my mind? You said it before I said it, because I said it before you said it, which was, that deconstruct, but deprogram,
Right.
because we've been conditioned or brainwashed, or because of the circumstances and situations of how we were raised, and that came with time. It's going to take time for us to deprogram our thoughts and create our own solution or answer, because we are the problem, but we got to write our own story and come up with solution, and that's to go within.
Right.
And the bottom line is, what I always say when I call in, my main point is process. Everything takes time. Process.
Right.
And that's the bottom line, brother. That's where I'm going to land at. Be blessed, man.
Man, come on, JW. You know I love you, man. Come on. You always
Man, I'm
bring
telling on
South
myself,
Central, man,
'cause
in the building.
I need help. Man, you be blessing me, my brother. You just don't know. I got a lot to say. But anyway, have a good one, man. Take care.
Wait. Don't leave just yet. You need help with
Okay.
what, brother? You my brother. What do you need help with, sir?
Oh, no, I'm in the hospital, but I had mentioned my cousin, which is my aunt's daughter. And I said, I started listening to your show a while ago, 2 years ago. Anyway, she's narcissistic, and I realized that by paying attention to different traits. And you confirmed that, how you just put it in technical term language, and different philosophers and professors and et cetera, or doctors or, therapists. And he confirmed that. I'm like, I knew something was going on, and this brother just, pretty much educated me by framing it in those terms. And I realized my other partner, which happened to unfriend me, I was on this brother since junior high school. I'm blocked now. It hurts my heart, but he's narcissistic, and I would call and try to, reach out, but my mindset is, if I never speak to him again, oh well. But still yet, being genuine, and I really care about him and love him, but how they say, there's fair weather friends, or there's a season and all that, and people come and go, so et cetera. I'm paraphrasing, but you get the point.
No, I get it.
That's just where I'm at. Yeah.
Well,
But
I'll just
I've been
say this,
learning
man.
from you, my brother.
Let me just tell you this, brother. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to
be
yourself.
patient with myself and my cousin, because now she's reaching out to me because the mom is sick, and she shares some things to me, and I was able to identify and just listen, real talk, and just pay attention and try to, make comments here and there. But man, it's because of you. I'm trained enough to do this in an intelligent manner and a patient and humane manner. Humanity. I try to let her know we all are flawed, and human nature. You gotta be patient with your mama, and we gotta be patient with each other.
That's right.
Referring to my cousin and I, So as family, we gotta stick together.
That's
we
right,
all are human beings. It's a human experience, man.
JW, what?
Be blessed, man.
Come
Be blessed,
on,
bro.
South Central. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. JW, always a great call. Love that, brother. Man, it's listen, man, it's been a deep topic tonight because I know a lot of people don't want to take on the mantle of self-inquiry and then listen, a lot of times we're defensive because we don't want to be seen as wrong, right? We don't want to be seen as wrong, and wrong is flawed and less than, right? So a lot of times that's why we can't handle criticism, whether it's constructive or negative, whatever. Many people can't accept it because there's this insecurity of I'm not enough anyway, and now somebody sees me, and it's almost like being exposed when someone is talking about what could potentially be wrong with another. Here's the thing. You are the problem and the solution. If you change your perspective, you devalue how others think of you in terms of, you know what I'm saying? Like where your sense of self-worth and self-esteem comes from. You devalue that in others. In other words, you get to think what you want to think about me, and that's fine. But what you think about me is not the fuel I need in order to feel good about me. You depower that. You devalue that, and that's okay, right? The flip side of that is, in order to feel good about oneself, one has to feel good about embracing one's total self, the whole self. When external chaos beckons, what practices permit one to reclaim inner peace rather than wandering in search of solace amid external distractions? I had somebody tell me once, I'm going to go where I'm wanted. And they meant going to another person. They didn't mean going inside. They meant going to another person. Sometimes when you point out other people's flaws, right, that is an attack on them, right? This is what I see. This is what I've interpreted as an issue with you. How dare you? I'm going to go to where I'm wanted. What that really means is I'm going to go to where this person sees nothing wrong with me. This person only sees my persona, my mask. They don't see my shadow. You see my shadow. See, when you're in a relationship with somebody, and I mean a close, meaningful relationship, you gonna see some shadow. And people keep trying to create this delusional relationship where the shadow is somehow Harry Potter hidden in the basement somewhere. This is not how it works. The closer you get, the more shadow is revealed. I promise you. Listen, I started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Today is my Friday. I'm off for the rest of the weekend. I'll be back Monday with a whole slew of new topics. All right, deuces.
I'm politicking with this chicken, wondering if I'm a creeper. Little hood rap from 25th named Tamika, coming through like I do, getting my bark on. Knew she was a thug, cause when I met her, she had a scarf on. 54'11", size 7 and girls. Baby face would look like she was 11 with curls. Girlfriend, remember me from way back? I'm the same cat with the wave cap that my TNT used to blaze at. Still here, so it's all good. Oh, you know my niggas rich and them doing their thing on 35th Dam. It's a small hood and it's all wood, so let me get